This is the first piece I did for this exhibition. I came up with it while I was traveling back home in the US for the first time in 3 years since COVID. And I've been thinking a lot and listening to a lot of podcasts about epigenetics and how trauma can actually change DNA, which can be passed on to future generations. And I think it's really interesting. There's a lot more awareness, it seems like, in my generation, where we realize that we need to actually acknowledge and see patterns of behavior that may or may not be healthy for ourselves and our families, and stop the passing along of bad patterns or negative traits or past trauma. So it is a huge topic, and in this case I created the soul of the mother figure as a wolf, because she's strong, but she's also wounded. She's crying out, and there are arrows here that I've done in yarn. Created the arrows that are hitting her in the back, but she's protecting her child. So she's sitting up straight, and the child folds into the mother. And they say when we heal ourselves, we heal the past and the future. And I just love that, because I feel like we can improve relationships with relatives that may not even be here anymore, but understand what our mothers and grandmothers before us went through, and try to create healthier young women. I have 2 daughters, so it's very important to me. And you can see here the moon has the month of June from the Farmer's Almanac 1903, and June happens to be my mother's birth month, so that's significant. The roses down here represent the women in her life before her that have passed on, and she's got rose tattoos on her arm. So to me, that represents the grandmother figures. And then the sunflowers are just a positive message for hope for the future. And I've always felt a strong connection to the sunflower. So that's what this means to me. And of course, it's open to interpretation, but that's what I was ruminating on and learning about and listening to when I created this painting. And it seems to have struck a chord with a lot of people, as far as I know, and I love that. I think it's something that we can all relate to. So I hope you enjoy viewing the real thing in person.